What's good, YouTube? Back on the motherfucking camera, baby. Yeah, I'm on the camera again. We're gonna talk about the women's division right now is horrible. Now we have, let me break it down to you. Liv Morgan won the Royal Rumble this year. She was on both shows, some teasing that she's gonna face either Jade Cargill and Stephanie McCurry. We already knew she's facing Stephanie McCurry for the Women's World Heavyweight Champion. Why didn't they just have her go after her the whole time? Cut promos. Then she went over there to SmackDown, teasing, like she's gonna, face Jade Cargill, right? Then she ended up going after Stephanie McCurry. It was bland. Then we got Rhea Ripley went in the Elimination Chambers because they wanted Bianca Belair. She got injured. She broke her knuckles. You know what I mean? There was no build up there. They did first face to face. They was giving each other compliments about their body, physical, all that bullshit. Then the week after that, they started going crazy. She called her out, started talking, and then B-Fab came out of nowhere, Michin, they took her out. And then that same week again, this Friday, last Friday, they took her out again. So I don't know what the shit is. My thing is, they should have just said, I should have said this in the video. Go watch the video where I made the video about Jade Cargill's new group. I should have said this in the video. It should have been built up. Why didn't Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley fought? They could have thrown hands, right? But they didn't. They should have waited. They should have had her talk to B-Fab. They should have been talking backstage. Say, hey, are you with me? Have B-Fab talk to Jade Cargill. I'm down. I can see if Michin is down. They could have had a conversation. They could have had a little backstage segment. And Rhea Ripley could have been, I think they was talking. Rhea Ripley came out of nowhere and then they left. But they could have kept that going. Those segments, they could have kept the segment going. So that way we would have had okay, they're talking. And it had Jade Cargill talk to both of them. Are you with me or you against me? It would have made more sense. We were back then, we was best friends. We was good, remember? They was cool with each other. So that way they said that we go way back. We don't need, that's what they should have said. We go way back. We don't need to, fight each other. I know we had our ups and downs. That's what they could have did. So we got your back. That's what they should have did. See, they should have did that. That way it would have made more sense. And then Liv Morgan, they beating her. Stephanie McCurry beat her up. First, no, she had an interview. She said some stuff in Spanish. They made Liv Morgan cry. Then they had her apologize. How you have Stephanie McCurry apologize? You're the world heavyweight champion. Why did she got to apologize? All right, then last week she attacked her, hit Dominic in the face. He was nowhere to be found. That didn't make any sense. I thought he would have come out there and gave the chair and said, get her, get him. No, he was nowhere to be found. Then you got Roxanne Perez coming out. She called her a poop. She called her a bitch. She came out there, they was fighting, and then she got taken out. But Roxanne Perez, and you see her face. If y'all go watch the video, you see her face. She was pissed. She doesn't like Stephanie McCurry. She didn't like her in NXT. She doesn't like her. So I think if Liv Morgan does beat her for the Women's World Heavyweight Champion, that means Roxanne Perez is going after that title. She's going to go after whoever wins that match. She's going after that title. Look at her face. Because Finn Balor was the one that brought her in there. Think about it. He brought her in there on purpose. When she was giving Dominic those chicken nuggets, giving him a massage. Yeah, I'm going to like this. Is going to be good. Because he knew he was going to get kicked out. He knew that Liv Morgan was going to be pissed. But then they started being all friends. They started, it built up. They started being friends. But now, where do we go from there? There was no Dominic. He didn't cut no promo. He wasn't there. Finn Balor cut a promo. You know what I mean? But we're not talking about, the man matches. We're just going to talk about the women. But I'll just throw that out there, But, yeah, I'm going to start talking. Yeah, because it's weird. You know what I mean? And then where was Becky Lynch and AJ Lee? Last week, they cut promos against each other. No fighting. They wasn't there last night, or not last night, but Monday night. Nobody was there. So what are we doing? How are we supposed to get involved in these matches, and how y'all supposed to go to the shows, WrestleMania, and watch these matches when it's no build up? You know what I mean? It's just stupid. And then you have the women's tag team matches, interference after interference, they come down. Laura Carey said, go back home, go back there, and then last legend, bam, lay it out. Laura Carey, and then they just got thrown in and they started fighting. Last Legends and Nia Jax, and then they just standing there. None of the teams were fighting each other. They were just standing there. That shit, I would have had them all fight. You're gonna fight anyways. So when you guys have that match, you're gonna throw up Last Legend, you're gonna be sitting there, you're gonna have to fight. You know what I mean? You got the Kabuki Warriors. They arguing, they fighting. Kairi Sane's confused. She don't want to help. She doesn't want to interfere in matches. And then Io Sky dived and crashed and burned. So I don't know if it was too fast. I think it was too fast for Asuka to catch her. So she got taken out. It was a botch. See it on cameras all over social media. I think they should have been way more. She should have got Kairi Sane and pushed Kairi Sane in front of, Io Sky. I think that should have been. I would have booked it that way. Since Kairi Sane, since Asuka's pissed off at Kairi Sane in Io Sky, she grabs her, pushed her in front of her. I think that would have made more sense. Or she could have tried to grab. Why didn't she just grab her instead of turning her head? I don't know. She didn't really get touched at all. She fell down and she cracked her head. She smacked her head, her neck, but she got up. She should probably not do that. They both should not do that spot no more. I would have jumped over. Since she would have jumped over, she would most likely would have had her hands out, and she would have had her hands out and landed on her stomach. She landed on her neck. You know, I hope she's all right. I'm pretty sure she's all right, but I hope she's all right. And then there's videos of Julia training. Julia was supposed to do her normal exercise, but she couldn't because her lower back and her legs was banged up. But she's still doing good. Where does that leave Julia? She beat Tiffany Stratton. And I think and then you got that Kiana James. You got Kiana James. So why don't they have Kiana James, Alba Fire, Candice LeRae, and maybe Selena. Throw Selena in the match and throw in Nikki Cross. I made a video about Nikki Cross. Go watch that video. And make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notification bell so you know when I drop another video. I'm on the camera. I'm outside, baby. Why didn't they, follow up with some of this stuff? They didn't follow up with none of this shit. All the men matches are being hyped up. Women matches just being flat. We got 3 weeks. You got 2 main events. You got two shows, Saturday and Sunday. So they better do something tomorrow to hype up the women's division. Because if Rhea Ripley keeps on getting jumped and keep on getting beat up, then most likely they're gonna either have Rhea Ripley win the match, or they're gonna get help, or she's gonna get help. Either Jade Cargill is gonna get help, they're gonna interfere in the match, and then it's gonna be a hot mess. So I don't know, guys. I'm glad I'm on the camera. I didn't really think about that. I downloaded the app on my mom's phone, so I got the app on my mom's phone, so I can download this video on my mom's phone, so I can do it instead of just using her phone all the time. I just drop the video, edit it, and then we good. So that way, when I do my exercises, I just use the camera. But yeah, they should. It's like it's no hype. They need to get like more championships. Like maybe like a cruiserweight championship, or bring back the women's Raw Women's Championship, or maybe give Jade Cargill an undisputed championship, and keep the other championship at the WWE Championship, and then get more call-ups. They could have had all the women. They could have had Sonya Deville, call her back, Ivan, Shotzi, Kidney Carter, Kichana Chan. They could have kept them. They could have kept all those women on SmackDown. Now you got people are injured and shit. Jordan Grace is injured. We don't know when she's coming. Piper Niven says that she can't even get up. So there's a lot more they could have done. You know, instead of a multi-women, they should, instead of having a multi-women tag team, whoever had matches, they could have had a one-on-one match, had Nia Jax beat everybody, and then had one team. And that was just form. It's 4 teams. So, guys, I don't know. Comment down below if you think that the women's division is kind of flat right now. Comment down below. Let me know. I think it is. It could have been way more. They could have done a lot more with the hype up. When somebody wins the Royal, like when Bayley won the Royal Rumble, it was hyped. That was going back and forth, right? Kyrie saying, Eurosky cut a promo. Bayley was going back and forth, you know, and then it was hyped. I don't know why this year it's not hyped. They got lazy. I don't know, guys. You guys tell me. But I'm back outside. Hey, but I'm back outside. I'm on the camera. I'm Eco seeing this bitch. You see me? I'm in Denver, Colorado. You better subscribe to the motherfucking channel. Fuck your bitch. I'm out. Peace, baby.
I start this gangster shit, and it's the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello. I let them niggas know it's on for life. Don't let the